Yo, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all feeling good. Hope you're feeling healthy. And today I'm going to be reacting to how I got my trash cat Luigi by elimination. Um, Thank you for tuning in. The last video I watched by her did pretty well, so let's see how this one does. She did mention this cat Luigi in the other one. She said that Luigi is like the rock star of cats. Like he's just a fun lover, you know. For me, he's just a vibe, you know what I mean. So let's see how she got her trash cat Luigi, and I hope she's saying that not with like a mean look on the cat. I think she's just calling it trash because like the cat be playing too much. You feel me? That's all. But from watching that last video, from all the cats, all the animals, and especially cats experience, Luigi is one of the better ones because he's fun. Some of our other cats have had issues, and not that it's their fault. They've had problems and stuff, but yeah, this should be fun. So let's tap in.
I have merch. In case you weren't able to go to VidCon, we still have some of these shirts left while supplies last. It's a really simple design, but it means a lot to me because this was the first time I was a featured creator, so it's kind of a celebration shirt. We also have these really cute plushies, again, while—
Yeah, you? Do you like cuddly soft?
Thank you so much, let's go to the video.
Hey, you! Yeah, you? Do you like cuddly soft things with knives for feet? Are you looking for a roommate who does not pay rent, but will puke on your carpet at 2 in the morning? Do you want the experience of owning one of those Sour Patch Kid gummies from the commercials where they cut your hair in your sleep and then cry when you find out? Then boy, do I have the pet for you! A cat! In all seriousness, I do prefer cats over dogs, and you might be asking, but why though? Because of Luigi! That's why. And by Luigi, I don't mean the little green man with the mustache. I mean the little cat man with little tail plans and a mustache. My cat, my son, Luigi. After my first year in college, I told my parents I wanted a cat of
I
my own.
pray to have a cat. That me and my cat, we just got a vibe, bro. I pray that one day me and my cat, we just gonna have a vibe, bro. Like one day, man.
I'd grown up with a cat named Cheeto all my life, but now that I was in college, I didn't have any little friends to come home to, besides the ants in my disgusting apartment. So my parents said, alright, you can get a cat, but we can't help you pay for it. So I stole one. Just kidding, I adopted. Fast forward to when I moved into my first apartment, and the hunt was on. I started at my local Pet Mart and submitted an application for a super cute Siamese kitten. I wanted a Siamese, by the way, because they're usually talkative, just like my cat Cheeto. It makes me feel like they're a real part of the family, with thoughts and feelings worth sharing, and honestly, they ought to be paying rent if they have so many opinions about the way I choose to live my life. But after I submitted my application, something happened and the rescue group became oddly suspicious of me. I got a call a few days later from their representative who said,
Yeah, it says here you'd kill the cat if it got sick or old.
What?
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
The question was, what would you do if the cat was terminally ill?
Oh, I think I wrote something like, I take it to the vet, talk about treatment options, but if they found nothing could be done to cure or otherwise help with the pain, then I would consider euthanization.
So basically, you'd kill it.
Wait, what? And that's how
What would y'all do if y'all, you know what I'm saying, if your animal was going through pain and it couldn't live anymore? Unless it lived with that pain and, you could kill it. What would you want somebody to do if you had to live in pain forever? Or you could just die? You know what I mean? Like, especially if you have good years, like you had like 20 years. 20 years is like the whole year, like a whole life for a dog or a cat. But, I got a really long life too. But for humans, let's say you have like 80 years. That's not the longest you could have, but it's a good bit of time. And then you're going through a terminal illness. You just can't go any longer. The pain is too much. What would you want somebody else to do for you, man? Now, come on.
And that's how I was blacklisted from my local PetSmart. Not clickbait, emotional. So that meant I had to drive to my not local PetSmart and hope they all weren't in cahoots. I went in with my friend and we were taken to the back to test drive some cats. This place had a ton of kittens and this lady just let them all loose. And amongst this adorable tornado of fur, my friend crouched down but realized something was hiding under her. A tiny baby kitten with a tiny baby tail. The woman explained he was the last of his litter, also the runt of his litter, and part Japanese bobtail. He has all the vertebrae like a normal cat's tail, but his bones are simply what osteologists would classify as small uwu baby bones. At least that's how I understood it. So the rescue group creatively named this bobtail kitten Bob. That's lame. What about Luigi? And just like that, his name was Luigi. Just look at him. Bob? Whack. Luigi? Snack. I filled out the application, successfully passed the background check, and in 24 hours, he was mine. It all happened so quickly and
I
easily.
love how the only pet you could get was from like somebody who was nonchalant about it. Like the people who need her to get like her codes right and everything right, nah. But the people who don't give a damn, yeah, there you go.
It suddenly hit me that this is my cat. He's my responsibility. He's gonna depend on me to feed him, look after him, and love him until I'm like 30 at least.
Yeah.
This was such a huge commitment, but in time, Luigi made it easy. Just kidding. As the seasons changed, so too did something in
I love
Luigi.
how her house number is 420.
Something sinister. As it turns out, bobtails are also talkative, which was great. But Luigi was fixed too early, meaning he never went through cat puberty. Therefore, his voice never got deeper, making him forever sound like a 2-year-old going, ah.
Really?
You just want love. I'm sorry.
At night,
You
he'd
never went
endlessly
through puberty?
scream, "Ha!" in his tiny, shrill, annoying little ooh-woo baby voice. He was also weaned too early, so he'd suck on everything, leaving the nasty stench of kitten breath lingering in every room. He was also adamant that we weren't feeding him enough, so he'd dangerously try and fail jumping onto the counters for anything remotely edible. When we wouldn't give him enough attention, he'd bite our faces and teeth on our possessions. And Luigi has expensive tastes. I cannot count the number of headphones, laptop cords, and charging cables he's completely destroyed. And if this wasn't enough, his lonely meltdowns, perceived starvation, and destructive teething all work together in harmony to produce a dangerous habit of eating non-food items for attention. So along with the late night screaming and sucking and biting and chewing, we'd get puking. Puking up the hairbands, twisty ties, receipts, the note my mom always put in my lunchbox, leaves, Pokemon Band-Aids, toilet paper, a shoelace. God, one time he ate a frickin' balloon. Deflated, of course, but still, he ate a balloon on Free Balloon Day. Now, when you adopt an animal, especially a young animal, you must keep in mind
As somebody who's never owned a pet, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for any of that. I'm not ready for none of that. It's not, bro. I want a pet so bad, but I'm not ready to deal with all the non-fun parts of a pet, bro. All the cleaning up poops and vomits and fur balls and scratches and too much, man. Bro, you gotta be rich to have a pet, not just because they're expensive on their own, but the amount of things they'll destroy as they grow up, because they will mellow out, right? I think as you get older, but a young cat, a teenage cat, a youthful cat, any cat that's not old is gonna mess things up. Unless you have like just the most angelic cat in the world. I mean, I know like the idea of having a pet is great, and she probably got her pet because she's in her apartment alone, sad and she's lonely and stuff like that. But like when you get a pet, it also means you have to expect that pet, regardless of whether it's a cat or a dog or a pig or whatever, is gonna mess up your home stuff, your cords, your ropes, your clothes, your this, your that, everything, your mail, everything's gonna get messed up. And like you just gotta expect that with these animals. And I'm not ready for that. I think the first pet I could get is probably be a lizard that I could put into a box and it wouldn't mess with my stuff. And that's where we'll start at because I'm not ready for an animal that messes with everything. Like things are expensive and I can't be paying. Like my brother, his dog put a hole in his wall. Like he can't get his deposit back for his apartment because he put a hole in his wall. Like, bro, can you imagine that? I can't mess with no pets, bro. Not right now.
that a new environment can be very stressful, and their personality and behavior is going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And I knew and understood this
You
part.
can never tell. You can tell that they're gonna mess things up. But when you get the pet or the cat or whatever, but you don't know what type of things they're gonna mess up. And depending on the type of cat they are, depending on when you bring them home and how your environment is set up, it might be your tables, it might be your clothes, it might be your shoes. Oh my God, my brother, his shoes. Oh my Jesus, they get messed up by his dog, man. I just like, and these shoes can be quite expensive too. So it's like, come on, why do they always look like expensive stuff?
it well. So for that reason, I wrote a huge email to the rescue group saying how much of a noisy, rambunctious, lonely, literal trash-eating hassle Luigi has proven himself to be.
She wrote a complaint, bruh.
And that I will be returning him so he may find a better fit owner as
That is, bro. She's like, you didn't show me the right cat, or something's wrong with my cat, bro. What did you expect? This is what I'm talking about, like, bro. What did she expect, bro? This is why they didn't think he was a good pet owner, because you cannot return the pet after like 1 week, bro. What did you expect from this cat? If you're not ready to sit there for a year and deal with this nonsense, then you're not ready for a pet, bro. That's most people. Don't just be getting pets on the whim, man. Jesus.
soon as possible. And I was just about to hit send when something inside me said, wait, just take a deep breath and sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the best decisions of my life. I took some time to actually get to know him, get to know his personality. I now understand he's a really curious cat, and he's also very smart.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to give him the chance. In retrospect, I think it was just Terrible 2's Cat Edition, and he's doing great now. I've done more positive reinforcement training to teach him how to do...
Exactly. You gotta be ready to spend that time on your pet, because if you just think, I'm gonna get this pet this weekend, boom, we're doing that thing, hell no. Hell no. It's gonna be like a baby. It's gonna take that first couple months to a year. You got to have the time, the attention, the energy, the money, the positive mentality to take care of any pet, even the one as small as a cat. And so if you're not fit to provide any of that, the same with children, if you're not fit to provide adequate love towards it, a pet or a child or whatever, don't freaking get one. Don't make one. You know what I'm saying? Like she can afford it, but she was just too premature with it. But now she calmed down, and you see the relationship done got better. You know what I mean? But the rest of y'all, the rest of us, really relax.
And he's doing great now. I've done more positive reinforcement training to teach him how to do high fives without claws, and he gives me a hug and a kiss to show affection. I still have not found that balloon he ate, but I took him to the vet, they did x-rays, and he is fine. I don't know where the balloon went, but it's not inside of him anymore. That's a 1 from me. Anyways, thank you for watching my videos. Don't let your cats eat garbage, and as always, stay safe.
Hello, thank you for making it to...
Yeah, so yeah, it takes time to take care of your cats, man. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you on the next one. Please leave comments about what you want me to watch, because I'll definitely watch more of these. But I'm trying to kind of revamp my content, so if you got ideas, let me know. Anyway, thank you. Peace out. Bye-bye.